Oh, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Imagine if we can use the waste material from the waste material building like this and transform to something building like this. We are team 5. I'm Nurhadi Nugraha. Together with Gulam, we will present our idea of reflow. We have the idea to create an online platform for used materials in order to extend the material life cycle. This online platform is a tool for us to get an access to what a used material in Indonesia. So everyone can use it, a family can use it in their homes, and architect can use it in their design to create more sustainable buildings with reducing waste and use the new materials. Next. Yeah, all of us know and aware that the building industry contributes big impact on the environment. It releases carbon emissions from material production to the building use. But when the life cycle of this building ends or need improvement, demolition or renovation takes place, which contributes to the building waste, and it is massive. Some of it flows to the landfill, and which is zero values, but some of them are reused in the buildings. Let's take an example of the hotel greenhouse by Team Tiga. I was lucky to involve this project when I was at my internship there a few years ago, and I was intrigued by the fact that this building turned the waste materials into something valuables in the building. It also extending the life cycle of the materials, which is really good. So this practice has been going on in Indonesia. And let's take a look on the practices in theory. When the building lives end and the building might demolish or renovated, the materials are disassembled. For example, the timber, steel, windows, doors, and so on. And then reuse the building materials in the new buildings, on the other buildings, on the existing or in the existing building, replacing something that the new material are used for. This will extend the lifespan of the materials and avoiding to end up the materials in the landfill. This reuse and recycle has potentials. It can cut half of the energy use in the same component of the new materials. It leads to the less carbon emission, of course, but also at the same time, it offers economical value. It reducing the material cost, which is good. But then the next question is, why not everyone apply this principle? So they are connected networks, and it's circle between the waste material networks and the new building networks. Let's take a look on some actors. For example, the owner of the demolished building might think they don't bother with this material, just dump it. But at the same time, some of the builders are collecting these materials. For example, this happened in the Team Tiga's builders. They offer the Team Tigas to incorporate these materials in the buildings and or sell it to whoever they want to use it. It's additional income for them. But also on the other hand, the new user, a family, for example, had some bad stigma of used materials. And of course, this because of the lack of awareness of the more sustainable buildings. But also, on the other hand, they want a cheaper material, which is, we see a little bit opportunity there. And for architect, we all know that the urge to have the sustainable buildings are there, but sometimes the supplier from the new material are more persuasive. And of course, there's a lack of information related to where I can get these materials in to be incorporated in our design. So intervention is to provide a bridge between this gap. So Gulam, you can continue.
So our platform will focus not only on online marketplace, but also serve as educational and branding hub. The first feature will be the online marketplace, and it will provide all of the information needed by potential users of the reclaimed materials. The online marketplace will give information about materials type, size, quantity, location, certification, and projected reduced carbon emission. The next feature will show news related to reclaimed materials, successful build projects, and also architects' profile that use reclaimed materials in their projects. We will also show the current technologies and material innovation related to reclaimed materials. Our first phase will be attracting potential reclaimed materials owner to the platform, either is from the typical reclaimed material collector, homeowner, by offering additional income for reclaimed material owner. Secondly, We will raise our platform public awareness by attending public building expo and design week. We are also plan to have a build project open house to raise the public awareness much further. The second phase will be scaling up the platform by looking for potential investor or funding organization. We will further boost the platform public awareness by having reclaimed material design competition and public furniture installation. We will also collaborate with architects, academicians, green material innovators, and all related stakeholders for potential innovation and technologies application. Our long-term goals will be having the government to have reclaimed materials related policy in construction and public housing sector. Based on our research, currently West Java needs around 1.2 million of new public housing. If typically we can use around 10.5 square meters of reclaimed materials per unit for the facade, that is equal to 12.6 million of reclaimed materials application in West Java housing provision. By doing this, we can reduce the overall carbon footprints or emission in construction works. We are the right team to build the online platform because we have strong background and interest in sustainable design. More interestingly, Nur Hadi was involved in greenhouse hotel projects. So he knew all of how to connect with the practices that using the reclaimed materials. Our platform will support all of the 3 key points for sustainability: economics, environment, and social aspect. The economics values will boost the cheaper material for new users, new income for material owners. And for the environment values, it's going to be reduced waste building materials and less carbon emission. And for the social values, it's going to provide affordable housing and promoting sustainable materials for everyone. So we projected to have potential energy saving by 50%. So we strongly believe that our Reflow platform will be one-stop platform to extend the life cycle of reclaimed materials. That's it. Thank you for your time.